What up, what up, what up, what up? J. Marcell. This here, I want to talk about the law of attraction. Back in 2006, they brought out some kind of documentary called The Secret. They was talking about the law of attraction. They touched on some things, some key things that were good, sounded good, wasn't too bad at all. I watched it, I remember it. But there was a lot of keys and extra components that they didn't capture. I'm not gonna give them all to you, but I'm gonna give you a different and a more roundabout thing when it comes to this law of attraction. I'm gonna be real with you now. It's an automatic law. What I mean automatic law is, it's a law that just moves everything. There is no place in existence that this law does not operate. The only reason anything can come into an existence is because it's a part of this law. This law is automatic. It just automatically creates, births, and born things, period. We are living in an environment and a realm, in a 3D realm, as human beings, believing that we are human beings, but in actuality, we are much more than that. Energy, soul, spiritual beings taking a physical experience in a body. That's what we really are. Energetic, spiritual, vibrational beings. We're just using this body to actually appear in this third dimension. The law is it's gonna move and it's there no matter what. So the law, you automatically are operating in the law. Whether you recognize it, realize it or not, you automatically operate in the law. Just the fact, like I said, that you're in existence puts you in the law. It's a magnetic, energetic, vibrational law. I use the word magnetic first because it brings things into being. You're nothing more than, this physical body is more or less a collective group of cells. And at the core of them, protons, neutrons, and electrons. But your body, your physical body, and all physical things are nothing but a collectional group of energy, spirit, a certain amount of so-called matter, what we call matter, cells that turn into tissue, that turn into organs, that turn into the body. So that's what we are. But the fact that we are that and we operate in that law brings us to be creators, to be creators. We're not told this. This is hidden from us. We're not told this, that we really are master creators, because everything that you are going through, everything that you are experiencing, you are creating it. You're not just a being here in the third dimension physical world, and you just happen to move around with everybody else and things just happen, you just happen to run into them. No, on a subconscious level, on a deep level, you're creating your whole world. Now, your programs, things that you were taught as a kid, things you picked up in your younger age, things you pick up in your experiences, make you who you are, and it makes you think what you think. But in actuality, that thinking process creates and draws to you. That's why they call it the law of attraction. This thing is, and I said this thing is magnetic. You are attracting everything to you. You're not just stumbling upon it. You're not just happening to chance upon it. You are attracting everything that happens to you. You see some situations where one person, a male or a female, is real submissive. The other one is more dominant, and they collide together. And you ask yourself, why is these two even together? It doesn't make sense. A female who in a situation, she may be getting abused, but she'll get out of it, and then she get into another one. How she keep running into these guys or situations where she's getting abused? A man, he's running into females that, take him for his money, hustle him out of his money, scheme him and scam him out of his money. How you keep meeting females like this? Because they are attracting it. We are attracting everything that we experience. Period. That's why this law of attraction is a straight automatic law. You need to keep it in the forefront of your mind. If you keep that in the forefront of your mind, you understand that, like I said, when it comes to your thoughts and thinking, you have to strategically put certain thoughts in certain places, and then certain things you should pull out and certain things you should put in. The problem is, for one, they gave us a God to believe in and said, just put it all on this God, let God have it, God will take control of it. I get that, things do happen like that, but what you don't know is you are the architect of what happens to you. So, since this is so, you must now become skillful at what you think and understanding why you think what you think. It's a challenge. Don't get me wrong, it's a challenge. It's not easy for me. I'm just like you. I'm trying to learn this thing, handle this thing, master this thing, and keep playing with it until I get tired, and I'm not gonna get tired as long as I'm living. But it is a process, and it is imperative that you actually try to do this. Everything you experience, you have brought it upon yourself. I know people like to say, well, maybe the devil did this to me. The job, this lady, this dude, this environment. I get it. It's easy to point the finger. I get it. And I understand 99% of the people pointing the finger at something outside of themselves. I get it. But I'm going to tell you on the real, it's up here. This is one of the most magnificent tools that as a human being that you possess, because it has the capability to process everything that's in front of it and make sense out of it. Everything. So you have to understand how, like I said, you're a part of this law whether you want to or not. Let's say you say, man, I don't really want this to happen to me. I hope this don't happen to me. This don't need to happen to me. I don't want this to happen to me. Because you're saying you don't want it to happen, therefore it shall happen. I've seen it too many times in different people. I've seen it upon myself. Just saying that alone, that shows you the strength and ability of your thoughts, because your thoughts are on a frequency. If I could talk to another person a distance from me with a phone in my hand, well, let's make it a little easier. If I got a radio station and I'm trying to pick up a particular radio station, I don't have no wires connected to nothing to make me catch that. It's on waves. So I had to tune that radio into that particular frequency, and then I can catch that radio. I can catch that station. Same thing with your thoughts. Each thought you think is coming and operating and moving on a particular frequency. So in its own right, according to what it is, what it thinks, believes, and feels, it shall bring these things upon you. You can't escape it. And since you can't escape it, it's best you begin to comply. But I understand nobody wants to put the work in to try to think more, to think strategically, to be on guard of your thoughts. I understand. It's easier just to just roll with it. At least you think it is, but a lot of times them situations get a little hard. And the key to it all, one of the other keys is, everything that you want wants you. I'm gonna say that again. Everything that you want wants you. How do I know this? Let me give you a fact. In fourth and fifth dimensional realms, outside of time of Earth, all things exist. There's nothing that does not exist already. Outside of the time and realm of the Earth, all things exist. All things, any scenario possible exist. It's waiting for you or someone or some stream of thought energy frequency to call it into existence. It's waiting for a thought frequency or energetic signature to call it into existence. So everything you want is really calling you. Hey, I want to be born. You have to birth it. It wants to come into this third D realm. It wants to be a reality. But you kill it. You can abort it with negative thinking. If what you're thinking about, what you think you need to have and need to see transpire in your life, if you think more so of how it can't be, or you're used to thinking, or that downward spiral of it can't, I don't know why, you won't get it. That's why they call it the law of attraction. It attracts any and all. It has no regulation. It will not say, I will not bring this upon your path because you don't need this right now. It would not say that. It's going to just birth it. Just because your energetic signature of your thoughts thinking about it, worry or happy about it, brings it into being. Seen an instance like that today. It tripped me out though. It didn't really trip me out. It just tripped me out on the dude who called it out. Didn't know that he was among the elite. And then I questioned him about it. He gave me some good answers. So I know. I got too many experiences I know. So I say all that to say, understand that this law is out here. The law of attraction. It's an automatic law. It's going to operate no matter what. It is imperative that you pay attention to your thoughts that you're thinking. Put them in a correct order. Make sure anything negative you don't want to think, you let go of. You put it down and you keep working that until you start to see things transpire. And then you will know it's real. It's legit. Test it. Sit down and think about something and just do it on a regular basis for a few days, 7 days, 20, 30 minutes. Just think about it. Watch. But you got to give it time, though. Everything has a gestation time. In other words, everything has a time period in which it must appear. Just don't abort it with no negative thinking. The law is all. It's everywhere. And you see it's raining out here, but I had to still get this in. And remember, mind over matter. Because matter don't matter.